Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, like usual, we're sitting there talking about the soap operas, and I average at best. I could be wrong; there were terrible episodes, but like they're average. Even days, I was like, man, it seemed like Gigi was actually ahead, not by much, but ahead. What's good, Spider Quick? Oh, you watched Days? Okay. What you thought of Days? What you thought of Spider Quick? I want to know what you thought of Days. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good? How you doing today? Like it seemed boring. Yeah, Spider Quake. You kind of caught it on a bad day. Kind of going on. To be fair, Spider Quake, the promos actually do seem pretty good. So definitely stick around. Definitely stick around and watch. Today was not exactly a good example, but I tell you that when Days is good, it's really good. Jonathan said yesterday's episode of Days had more spark. Yeah, no, definitely, Jonathan. Yesterday was a lot better. Was a lot better. So that was just. I mean, I know with soap operas, they always sit there and say, well, they can't always be great. They always can't be like bangers. I'm just like, why not? You have the money, you have the time, you have the writers. Why can't they not be bangers? Why can't they not be must-watch TV? And it gets to a point where people get so complacent that when you say something, they're like, well, you gotta cut them some slack, they can't always be great. It's like, no. Because what you're doing is you're getting people you get them to this point of complacency. And it's like it shouldn't be the norm for to watch like an average episode or whatever. Black Mind is in the chat. What's good? How you doing today? Well, tonight. Spike said, Johnson said, if you watch Days in the 2000, there was not, yeah. Johnson, I heard about that. I feel like I missed the boat on that one. Spike says also, she said she did murder someone at the end. Yeah, I remember that. And that's why I was like, all right, well, cool. Who did she, if you're, Spike if you saw the promos, it said that she murdered Sloane's mother. But I want to know how it happened. Like, was it on purpose? Was it accidental? Black Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Black Man. I saw Black Panther today. Johnson said, like, so what? I'm sorry, Johnson. It just took me a second. Johnson said, like the sword fight with John and Andre. Oh, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Spiderquake says, is Doc Doom in the end credits? No. No, he's not. No, he's not. Spiderquake. Credits, but it's not that though. That's it. Oh, Johnson, I'm gonna look for that. Spiderquake says people were saying his voice was. Yeah, no, no. And it's funny too because it's when you said that last time. I tried to play it off like, oh, I didn't see it, but I was like, nope. I saw it, but no. Just if you can, you should do a reaction video. Jonathan, that's not a bad idea because it's so old. I won't really have to worry about like a copyright strike. So it's a really good idea, Jonathan. Thank you. I haven't done a reaction video in a hot minute because my OBS was acting up, but I also just haven't touched it. So I will try to do that tomorrow. I was trying to, Yeah, no, Jonathan, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it as well. I was trying to do a Florida soap opera today, but seeing Black Panther, it just didn't happen. Like Quick says, you should do a reaction video of GH. I love to see you get mad at people like Nina, even though I like Nina. I wish I could Spider Quake, but it's doing reaction videos it's very tricky because like copyrights and everything like that. So it's very tricky to sit there and try to do reaction videos. That's why Dion's Corner, like when he does videos, he does reaction videos. It's of like really old clips. Um, like Quick says, a lot of editing it takes. Yeah, and I haven't really learned how to do like editing stuff. Um, but that is something that I do want to sit there and eventually learn how to do. Johnson says and do a reaction video to the day's coronation shooting from 2001. So it's interesting. Yeah, Johnson, I'm gonna definitely sit there and try to do some reaction videos to some of this stuff. That does seem interesting. And in days past, I mean, I watched GA, so I don't regret that, but I don't know. I missed a lot of stuff in days. Spike Quick says I kind of want Josh and Carly to work at the hospital. Spike Quick says I bet you were super happy with Jeff got punched. You know, Spike Quick actually wasn't happy when he got punched. I wasn't. It was a sucker punch. It was a coward's move, and it was like, I mean, I get that. I get that Jeff slept with his ex wife or his late wife, but I'm like, bro, listen, that was years ago. That was years ago. And then you sit there and say, well, it wasn't about Rayco. Yes, it was. The Havlin is in chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Spike Quick says dumb. Yeah, I thought that punch was just stupid. Like, and then he goes and he tells himself afterwards. Richard is in the chat. How you doing? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, it was so dumb, so stupid. You know. Johnson said, "Hi, we get a scene with Jeff runs into Heather." Yeah, hopefully we do. Because like DC said, that was a missed opportunity. Eagle Fang was good. Was good, Albert. Anyone interested with GH this week? I was like, interesting with GH this week. Eagle Fang, no, not really. I gotta be honest, Eagle Fang, you could have skipped a lot this week and could have watched any one of our reviews and been caught up. You didn't miss anything. But I hope you had a good time out of town now. Richard, I am very good. I'm very good today. I went to go see Black Panther. No, Jonathan, I know what you meant. I know, man. That's what's at me too. Eagle Fang says, I'm going to keep asking, did you watch? Oh, no. Eagle Fang, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I want to watch it soon. I really do. Like, I am. I also want to watch The Boys, though, also. I know, Eagle Fang. All this content that I'm putting out. 4 soap operas a week and lives, it's a lot. Richard, it was good. It was good. There was a. Richard, there was 2 WTF moments. WTF moments. One in the beginning and one towards the end. I actually did a review on it, so I'm gonna put that out tonight. By the way, it is a spoiler review, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you should probably not watch it. Johnson said, "I'm still waiting for the new Teen Titan, Teen Wolf to come out." Yes, yes, and of course they bring my guy Derek Hells back in, and I forgot the chick that died that came back, Allison. Eagle Fang said I saw Carly being Carly breaking and entering Liz home. Yeah, I was like, yo, how you just gonna walk on in? Yeah, Richie, I haven't really done movie reviews. Like, not really. I mean, I did some here and there, but I want to kind of get more into that, though. It is very difficult to do. Eagle Fang says, and they need to break up Austin and Maxie and hook Austin with Britt. The chemistry is fire. Well, the problem with that Eagle Fang is that um, the actress that plays Britt is leaving. So there'll be no point of putting those two together in reality. Spider-Quake says Carly's killing Willow. Well, not really, but yeah, true. I forget. Oh, Eagle Fang says, yeah, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because then it's just like, well, what is Cody gonna do? Unless they do a recast. Johnson said he's pulling double duty as Derek and Superman. Yes, Jonathan, I love both Derek and Superman. I'll be honest, Jonathan, I didn't think that he can do Superman, and then he did Supergirl, and I was like, okay, I'm with it. And he's been killing ever since. Eagle Fang says Heather Weber weakness is BOTs. If she ever escapes, just put a bunch of BOTs in her prison. Yes. Which, by the way, that whole scene with Dante coming in and putting down his gun was so silly. DC's in the chat. Days was on point today. That much I know. What was it on point about? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was cool. Jonathan said Team Wolf has Superman Arsenal from. Yes. See, Johnson, this is why we vibe together, okay? This is why we vibe together. The fact that you watch Arrow, hats off to you, sir. Um, Eagle Fang says Dante needs to dump Sam. Eagle Fang says and Cam needs to get rid of Joss. I'm pretty sure Joss is going to get rid of Cam. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to end up happening. DC says I love Gwen as a reporter. Crazy transition for the character. What do you think? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, DC. I think I was just kind of disappointed with this episode as a whole. And usually I find days episodes to be better than GH, but didn't do it for me. DC says, I know many soaps have reporters as characters, but it's the first time we ever seen a soap character who works as a reporter actually reporting. That is true. Johnson says so many Teen Wolf actors have gone off to DC. Jonathan, Peter was also on Superman and Lois as well. I totally forgot about that. Spider-Quake says, is Gwen that reporter in Days? Yeah. Yeah, she is. DC said, what was disappointing about the episode for you in regards to Days? Just all of it in general. Like, we still don't know. I mean, okay, Chanel murdered someone. Who did she murder? You know? It wasn't the worst episode, but it wasn't great either. Oh, Beth is actually in the chat. Beth says, I wonder if Days is going to cover for Victor's role or play out his death. I'm pretty sure they're going to pull an Edwards on like they did with GH or a Lila. I feel like they're going to do that. DC says, because on One Life to Live, both Todd and Vicky owned newspapers and were reporters. Yeah, no, I remember that. It still didn't save the episode from actually being good, though. Johnson says, I remember that SG's Anderson. Oh, General Hospital Anderson. Spider-Quake says, the first day's episode I seen is hot garbage. Yeah, no, that's what I said, Spider-Quake. It wasn't exactly a great episode to start off with. That Heflin says, I really like Dex and Josh as new Carly and Sunny. I feel like they're more like Carly and Jason. Now DC says, I love the scenes between Leo and Sonny, although I don't see how you could fall for someone who falsely accused you of SA is giving Ethan Lovett vibe from GH. Yeah. But I mean, DC, you know that they're gonna hook up though. Johnson said I was talking about the character Peter. Oh, from Days. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Sammy was in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Sammy, did you get a chance to watch YNR today? Daisy Flower 40 says Nina is really a stalker. Yeah, well, she was definitely nosy as hell. Eagle Fang says, spoiler, Peter's not dead. Also, Anna left him alone. Sammy says, I'm good, I'm watching. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Sammy, definitely let me know how YNR is, because I really want to watch it tonight. Or tomorrow morning. Spider Quick says, it's Nina Hotel unless she followed Brick. You mad at Nina? Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true, Spider Quake. It is her hotel. Well, half of her hotel. Now, DC says true, but I don't know how Sonny could do that with Leo after he falsely accused him. It's almost like Ethan dating Christina on GH after what she did. I still haven't forgiven her for that. No, DC, I haven't forgiven her for that either. At all. Simmons says it's giving me classic YNR today. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. Because it's actually been good so far. Justice says, and you have Allison on Gotham and Swamp Thing and Ethan and Aiden, the Alpha Twins. Oh, on that, and yes. Yes, Jonathan, yes. I forgot, I remember she was on Swamp Thing and she was on Gotham too. Jonathan, Gotham I still like that show, even though on paper it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but it works. Daisy Flower says she is standing outside the door. Yeah, but she didn't do that on purpose. Now, Spider-Quake, I'm pretty sure you're talking to Daisy Flower. So the Haviland says Crazy Nina is going to run back to Sunny that she sent Carly and Britt together. Yeah, she is. Just like she did before. And she was like, I had a run-in with Michael and Willow, and it was awful. She told me that she wanted me to die. And it's like, Sunny's like, stay away from them. What is so hard about that? Spider-Quake says Carly would stand by the door if it was her. Carly would do the same as Nina. Yeah, you're right. Tracy Steves in the chat. How you doing, Tracy Steves? Tracy Flowers says Nina is trying to be Carly. Tracy, how you doing tonight? John says, yeah, I really enjoyed the Joker. Yes! John said, you know what? His Joker was so good that Warner Brothers was pretty much just like, yeah, we can't call him a Joker. So they had to call him Jerome. Even though Jerome was better than Jared Leto's Joker, which is sad. Spider Quick says, "Oh, okay. So if she's trying to be like Carly, don't okay." Johnson said Nina's always looking for trouble. What's good, Double C? How you doing tonight? Eagle Fang says the actor that plays Valentine. Yes, you're right, Eagle Fang. I saw that, and he had like a really bad mustache. I'm like, what is with this actor and these mustaches? Davlin says, does anyone no. Davlin says, does anybody know when the cat fight is gonna happen to Garly and Nina? Eagle fan said, I forgot the name of it. No, Eagle fan, I know what you're talking about though. I know what you're talking about. Now Samuel says Nina is giving Willow and Michael hell because they won't let her see her grandson. That's why Nina has animosity towards them. I mean, yeah, Sammy, that's true, but that doesn't make Nina in the right though. You know, I would have been cool with visitations, but like Nina, she ran a couple of fouls, so I don't blame them a little bit. Spikewick says Carly is the definition of trouble. Trish, I'm doing good. It's good to see you as always. Thank you. Tracy, see, I saw Black Panther. It was actually pretty good. I'm glad you're in the chat, Tracy Steves. It's always good to see you. Now, Spiderquake says Carly and Nina are really similar, just Carly isn't delusional like Nina. That is true. Digiflow says being a grandmother doesn't entitle Nina being Wiley's life. That's true. Double C says, do you watch the Winchesters on CW now? No, Double C, I don't. The spinoff that I wanted to happen of Supernatural never happened. And Double C, I would sit there and say this: enjoy the Winchesters while you can, because one of CW is going to be changing. It's not going to be for the best. And besides Double C, I watched like 15 years of Supernatural. I'm good. Now, Spider Quick says, okay. Shannon says Nino wants to cause trouble for Carly and Drew. Shannon says, I need Nell. No, I need no, I need Ned to call out Michael and Drew every day. I love how Ned calls out their hypocrites. Hypocrisy. I know I didn't pronounce that name right, but you know what I'm saying. Hmm, it's debatable, Samuel. Spider Quick says to me, Carly started it when she hit now. Hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. And I do remember you saying that before too. Now, Digiflow says Nina, and then Johnson says, just imagine Nina trying to be part of Wiley's life, and Wiley doesn't want her. Yeah, but I mean, Jonathan, he did want her. I mean, granted, he's a kid, so. Spike Quick says, how did Nina start it? Double C says, yeah, I heard CW's canceling shows. Many are worried Superman Lois is next. Yeah, Double C. Now that Henry Cavill is back as Superman, which is insane. I mean, it's a good thing, but Tracy sees is Black Panther worth seeing in the theaters? No, no, Tracy, it's not. You can watch it on Disney Plus. I enjoyed it. I'm a Marvel head, but you can watch it at home. By the way, I'm actually doing a review on it, but it's spoilers, so you may not want to watch it. Digiflow says someone is mean to you on the phone, so you lie about seeing her husband for 6 months. That's true. Now DEC said days with this whole governor election storyline, and now actually making Gwen Reporter was a good touch. I got to give it to Ron. He knows how to transition characters. That's true. Simmons says Nina had no hate towards Carly. Carly started all this. Simmons says exactly. I mean, Spikequick says exactly. Samuel. DC says facts. Samuel. Carly started it. Nina is just trying to finish it. Daisy Fly says I'm not a Nina fan, and that won't change. I mean, that's fair. I don't think anyone here is actually trying to change you to be a Nina fan. Hell, I wouldn't. That's probably quite. No, I'm not going to sit there and read that part. Daisy Flower says Nina needs a. Yeah, I can agree with that. What the hell am I doing? She says, and this time around, the writing for Stephanie is more about The Chatress is like the fifth Stephanie, and I feel she's the Stephanie that's just may stick. DC says the writing for Stephanie is more better on days. Jonathan says, imagine if Nina tried to be part of Wiley, Willow's life, and Wiley doesn't want her. And Willow doesn't want her. I don't know if I just read that right. Johnson said, imagine if Nina tries to be part of Willow's life and Willow doesn't want her. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, that's going to happen. I agree. I can see that happening. Now, Daisy Flower says, I don't like women with a victim mentality. Samuel says, that's why I rock with Nina. Nina ain't got to start it, but she got to finish it. That's how I am. Every time I see you, you're getting all the smoke. Love how Nina is about that work anytime, any place. Nate's in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Daisy Flower says they write Nina as a strong businesswoman, but she ain't. Medora. Oh, thank you, Medora. Yes, got 19 people, 8 likes. If you could like the video, if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button. It really does help me. Thank you, Medora. And thank you for being here. DC says, however, the Kyriakis family needs to establish a new patriarch. It's kind of like how when Asa died, Juan will live. The Buchanans were never the same after. Spike Quick says, but she's strong enough to take Carly on. But she may not be strong enough to win. And Johnson said, I missed the WB network. Yeah, Johnson, they did have some good shows. But I miss the OCW because this new version that they're doing, I'm not with it. Daisy Flower says, but not her mother. Now DC writes, when EJ strangled Ava, I was shocked, but EJ does not care. Yeah. I mean, think about all the names that he called Sammy. Daisy Flower says Nina was not afraid of her mom. DC writes, but I meant Ava did kidnap his mom. It's not like he strangled her for no reason. Well, yeah. Spider Quick says, well, but Nina was in a coma for 20 years. Beth says, I don't believe EJ took Trip. There always been this silent character. The Havilland says, I heard that Esme is Olivia Jerome's daughter. Interesting. Medora says, I don't Nina is strong enough to take on Carly without Sunny or Ava. I don't think she's strong enough to take her own period, but I guess I'll tell. Daisy Flower says Nina is on the edge. All it would take is one push and she will crash. Nate says, what did you think of the Finn Jeff scene? I couldn't stand Finn actually. Yeah, Nate, I was like, bro, listen, I get it, but I was like, bro, listen, that's 20 years ago. Your wife passed away, and you're starting fist fights in the hospital. By the way, don't you have to work with your hands? Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was stupid. Like some stuff was stupid, but then other parts made sense as far as Ben practically calling Jeff a really terrible dad. So now Samuel says I like how Ava still ain't back down after getting choked. John says I don't like the direction they're taking the CW. I don't want a bunch of reality shows. Oh, Jonathan, you speak the truth. They're making shows for people that are like 59 and older. Now DC says, as in Emma Drake. Okay. Daisy Flower says the Thomas and Douglas scenes were disturbing. Daisy Flower, you talking about today's episode or yesterday's? Jonathan said, if Esme is Olivia Jerome's daughter, Thanksgiving would make her Ava's niece. DC says, Portia and Jordan are always tough to watch. Portia tries so hard to be fake friends with Jordan when she really wants her to disappear as much as possible. That's true. Daisy Flower 40 says Jeff deserved that punch. If I was like 25, I would agree with you, but I I respectfully agree to disagree. Let's put it that way. I felt like it was unnecessary. I really did. I'm like, bro, listen, that happened in the past. What do you want him to apologize? You want an apology letter? Eagle Fang says Finn and Liz are a boring couple. He also says I don't see them lasting. Nate says even if Jeff deserved the punch, Finn had no right to judge him when it comes to Liz. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. I mean, granted, he should be called out for being a really crappy dad. Let's put it that way. Eagle Fang says, I wish Franco was in the show. He would have exposed all the lies by himself, by half the town, by now Carly, Portia, Willow, before she was forced to tell Michael. Daisy Flower says, sorry, company. Spikewick says, I believe Jeff cares about Liz, but I feel like there's more to the story. That's true. Johnson said, I didn't mean to write. No, I know what you mean. Dora says, where is Brad, by the way? Where exactly? Where's Miss? Well, even when you saw Miss Wu, it's like, yeah, where's Brad at? W says, old people who watch the CW during the day are the ones who don't watch YNR and B&B when it's boring. That's true. DC said, yeah, Finn was wrong for that. He must be forgetting that Jeff is Violet's grandfather. You're right. Simon says, I love how Jordan is so petty about Trina paternity towards Portia, Jordan, and Portia be throwing all the shade at each other. And it's too funny because I know girls just like no girls just like him, like them. Eagle Fang says MBLQ for lying to Chase about his detective notification. Yeah, his notice. But it's not like, I mean, I'm surprised that Dante didn't actually approach him sooner about that. Beauty Fly says all they're saying is Thomas is an abusive parent. How is he abusive? Now, Spider Quick says, I love Jordan for that. And DC says, I'm ready for Jeff to head to Spoon Island and have a convo with Nicholas about trying to kill his daughter. Hey, yes, that is true. That is true. Spider Quick says, I hate Chase. I hate Chase shoots Brooklyn. Eagle Fang says Chase deserves better. That's true. Samer says this interpretation of Jordan is the best since the original. I love this actress. She's a class act, and I feel she's going to be a star. I agree. I agree with that, Samuel. I do. Now, Spider Quick says not hate. Johnson says the truth is the CW primetime audience is much younger than 58, but they analyze their viewership based on the daytime viewers. Wow, Jonathan. What? Ah, I am. You know, Jonathan, I am speechless. And then the views and because people watch a lot of stuff on streaming. It's like, yo, they don't watch stuff. The last time I watched something live on the CW was the last crossover that they did with the superhero shows. I think it was called Crisis on Infinite Earths. So now Daisy Flaw says the way he's trying to manipulate him. No, I mean I get that, but like I'm not a fan of people putting hands on each other. I know it's a soap opera, but still. DC says every time Portia sees Jordan, she has that look on her face that says one or I want to be your friend, but you keep trying me. Dora says when Esme was talking to the baby, she didn't say she wonders how the baby dad would escape. Are we sure Nicholas is the dad? That's true. That's true, Medora. Oh, by the way, Medora, I hope I'm actually saying your name right. Johnson says somebody over there. I mean, Johnson says somebody over at the network screwed up. Definitely. 'Cause I'm like, this whole Nexstar thing is not giving me any good vibes. Okay, thank you, Maduro. I want to make sure I got your name right because I'm bad with names. Daisy Floss says it's the tone of the voice he uses with him. Thomas is emotionally abusive. I would say a little more stern, but okay. Um, Now Johnson said, is it possible that Ryan got together with Olivia Jerome? Yeah, this is definitely possible. Samuel says, I'm shocked people still watch CW. The network has gone through so many changes because it used to be UPN. Just cancel the whole network. You know what, Samuel? I wouldn't agree with you before, but now Nexstar is just going to screw that company up. So now Samuel says, yeah, I'm surprised CW is still here. Like that's still a thing. It was a thing for a while and it was good. And then Warner Brothers bleep, bleep, bleep. And they said the whole CW is going to be scrapped after the Flash, Superman, Lois, etc. all come to an end due to the merger with WB recently. Yeah. Yeah, Nate, it's definitely going to be some dark times. I'm so pissed off. Every time I think about it, I'm so pissed off. Eagle Phoenix says ever since Disney took over the soaps have regressed. They need to move soaps to online streaming and allow some edgier writing in characters. I'm not opposed to it. Davlin says, in my opinion, Miss Wu and Sunny would make a good couple. It would be something different. I can agree with that. Johnson says the CW is a combination of UPN and WB. Yes, I remember that. Do you remember that? D. Floss says Stern, if Douglas was doing the wrong thing, Douglas knows right from wrong. That's true. Douglas knows right from wrong. That's true. That's true. I wouldn't sit there and say I'm emotionally abusive, but I get where you're going. Now, DC says reality shows became cheaper to produce, but I feel scripted shows are making a comeback because people are getting tired of reality shows. You are right on both of those. What's good, Freddie? What's good, Karen? How you doing? I mean, DC, that's what they're saying about what they're going to do with the CW is that they're going to make low costing content and reality shows. Very quick said, what's your favorite DC show? I mean, what's your favorite DC show, Albert? That's what Spider Quick says. Superman and Lois. Spider Quick. Superman and Lois is my favorite DC show. I love it. Double C says Little Violet is playing a young Mary Winchester on the Winchesters. I see her right. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Daisy Flower says the only thing I watched on the CW was the vampires and the originals. Daisy Flower, I love both of those shows. And the fourth season of Legacies. And notice how I said the fourth season and not Legacies as a whole. Eagle Fang says like first take as Sunny. And Jonathan says the edgier stuff didn't work for all people when he did it when I like live and all my children during their brief time online. That is true. Sammy says, have you guys talked about John? Yeah, no, yeah, Sammy, we talked about that yesterday a little bit. We did. Spidey Quick says the girl in Days who arrested the white girl who told that girl mom she wants revenge. Yeah, Spidey Quick. Apparently Chanel must have did something as far as kill her mother. But yeah, no, Spidey Quick. We talked about it off and on during the stream. Now Johnson said it doesn't seem like the CW wants to entertain. They just wants to be cheap. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the way that it's going, and I hate it with a passion. I may add. DC says that's why all the streaming channels are changing to support the cost of these shows because remember, there was a time Netflix, Hulu, and even Peacock were free. I don't remember that. Freddie says Drew Michael Willow about to investigate Willow's bio parents. TikTok Carly, your time is almost up. You're about to face the consequences very soon. Freddie, those consequences cannot come soon enough. Seriously. Karen said, I'm so sad Superman and Lois are leaving. Karen, do you know something that I don't? Because I didn't hear about Superman and Lois getting canceled, so let me know in the chat what's going on with that show. Now Karen says Nina needs to go back to Nixon Falls. Simon says, oh, okay, I must have came in afterwards. Yeah, no, yeah, we talked about it for a little bit. I mean, we didn't really talk about it too long because it's kind of a sad subject, but we did talk about it though. She's still behind on the damn chat. DC says Sloan honestly came out of nowhere, but I'm loving it. Ron knows how to transition and introduce characters. That's true. Eagle Fan says you can have great actors, but you need better writers. You can have great actors, but you need better writers. That's true. Freddie says, yeah, okay. Okay. Johnson says, I was so excited about the CW during their first year. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember that. I do remember me being excited for the CW. Well, maybe I was actually, because I did watch a lot of the Vampire Diaries. So, Sammy says Sloane looks like she belongs on B&B. She looks a lot like Stephanie. That is very true, Samuel. Daisy Fly says, please, this is poor Charles. Everyone has lied about DNA. Spike quick. Eagle Fang says Sean Kanan is going to take some time off for Cobra Kai season 6. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. DC says Netflix, Hulu were free back in 2011 and Peacock when it first came out 2 years ago. So that probably why you don't remember it was okay. I mean DC, Peacock is technically free. It's still free now. It's just, you gotta pay for the extra stuff. Now Eagle Fang says we need the bad boy of karate to finish off Cobra Kai. Yeah, it was a fun ride though. That show was very unexpected. Being on YouTube and it being good. And Johnson said, let's hope they find a way to keep Superman Lois on the air. Yeah. Jonathan, here's the thing, Jonathan, people are gonna be pissed if that show gets canceled. Oh my God. People are going to be pissed. Now, Daisy Flaw says in Port Charles there are three paternity storylines going on: Cody, Forces, and Carly. And Karen says, "I heard Superman Lois and the Winchesters have been canceled because of what?" I'm sorry, I gotta read that again. Karen says, "I heard Superman Lois and the Winchesters have been canceled because of expenses." Karen, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that, and I swear if I find out that Superman Lois has been canceled, well, I'm gonna need to do a lot of research just to kind of put me in a better mood. I know that much. Johnson said I think Sloan looks more like Flo from B&B. I forgot how Flo looks. I gotta see a picture again. DC says I knew when the CW first came it was going to be a mess. They messed up one on one and all the other sitcoms. Now Daisy Flaw says how Anna lied to Robert about Robin. Yeah, that's true. Johnson said, "Have you ever heard of?" Oh, Johnson. You know what? It looked like it was an interesting show. It just I never seemed to really get a chance to watch it, but it looked like it's an interesting show, though. Jonathan, it does. I think it's called Labra, L.A. Bra. I can't pronounce that name, but you know what I'm talking about, though. Freddie says, "I feel everyone will be understanding to Carly except Sonny and Nina." DC says, "Wait, Freddie, I think you might actually have a point. You might actually have a point on that." Now, DC says true, but Peacock Premiere is the good stuff. So in my mind, it's not free. The hell? How did I get that far behind the chat? Okay. Sammy says I want them to pull the old episodes of soap operas on streaming platforms. I'll be in heaven watching how everything started. That would be interesting. Now Eagle Fang says, "Oh, did you and Brock do a live stream?" Yes, Eagle Fang, we did. Um, I posted it on my channel. Yes, Eagle Fang, you should watch it. It was good. It was good. We had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So definitely check it out. Now, I don't know. You may actually have to look in where it says lives, but it is posted though. They have said, "I wish the powers that be would break Crazy Nina, would break Crazy Nina up with and Sunny." Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Sunny and Nina together. Uh, I don't know. I'm in the middle with that. Now Johnson says nothing has been confirmed with those shows on the CW yet. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. Johnson, I feel like part of me feels like Superman Lois won't be canceled just because it's Superman, and it's actually good enough for people like it. Winchester's, I don't know. That's kind of up in the air. Spider Quick says that research, yeah. That's listen, Spider Quick. I gotta sit there and fall back on something to relax me. Damn sure gonna be some research. I didn't even get a chance to do any research today because I was so busy with reviews and Black Panther. Now Samuel says, "I'm so glad I'm not into those shows because I talk y'all are about to have a meltdown over CW." Yeah, I mean, same here. At the end of the day, it's how do I sit there and put it? Everyone has their way to relax, their comforts, and some people it's drinking, some people it's things that I'm not going to talk about. Everyone has their Jesus Christ, why is it so loud? Everyone has their stress relievers, and shows are my stress relievers. I don't care if it's on the CW or whatever network. If it's good, I'm watching it. Now, Eagle Fang says Law and Order, Criminal, Law and Order, Organized Crime with Stable and Benson is pretty. Yeah, it looks Eagle Fang. It looks like it's pretty good. It does. It looks like it's pretty good. Now, DC says whatever that show that I can't pronounce to me is a bootleg telenovela, and that's another thing. Ever since 2015, telenovelas on Telemundo ain't been the same. Oh, okay. How far? Okay. Haven't been the same. They're trying too hard. They're trying too hard to be in American movies. Johnson said LeBron is a coming on next on. No, Johnson says LeBron, whatever that show is coming on next on the NBC on NBC. Yeah, DC. You're talking about a different show. Like it's more of a sci-fi show, from what I understand. So yeah, DC, you're talking about a different show. Mel's in the chat was good. Double C says Sloan. No, yeah, Sloan should play as Stephanie's twin. Phoebe on B&B. I know she's going, but come on, they never stay dead on soaps. That's true. Spider Quick says you might be doing a lot of research tonight. I looked on Google and a lot of things are. Oh, Spider Quick, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love a little inside joke. DigiFlow says I have TV but don't use it. What do you watch stuff like on your laptop? Also behind in the chat. I think no, Spider Quick, I'm definitely behind in the chat. I feel like I should kind of skip some of it just because I'm that far behind in the chat. Travolta, do people still love Nicholas Neighbor together? Some people do. Johnson says the CW actually mentioned that any show that does well in viewership, they want to keep. And Superman and Lois seem like they want to keep. So, what's good, Micaiah? How you doing? Shakira, how you doing tonight? Simon says they can't figure out something about. Simon says they can figure something out where both can profit. Johnson says B&B has a tendency not to bring their characters back. Thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got 21 people in the chat. We got 10 likes, so definitely. Oh, wow, okay. All right, I'm just gonna skip some of the chat because I'm clearly behind on it. Thank you, Sam. Spiderquake. Now, Karen says bring back Tyler as Nicholas. I don't know about that. It depends, Karen, because Tyler. Let's put it this way: he was dealing with some demons from back in the day to a point where he got homeless. All right, quick says I said you're behind on the chats like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's I gotta look at my settings again. Shakira says Tyler is nice. Nice name. Spy Quick says I'm gonna do something right now. I hope I caught up to the chats. I'm sorry, I really did fall behind on a lot of the chats though. Mel says, I knew that Douglas Forster was going to be finding out about the CPS call, and he told about Beth is alive to Liam and Hope. Hmm. Spider Quick says, not the inappropriate. Okay. Spider Quick says, I forgot to make my list from yesterday. Me too. Now, Cheyenne says, looking forward to another future live collab with you and Jesse. I can't pronounce that last name. Yeah, Cheyenne, when I did the last collab with you, I felt so out of depth because the topic that we were talking about, you know. I mean, it was cool because I learned something. I learned some stuff that I didn't learn before about, Asperger's syndrome and stuff like that. But I just felt like I was very out of my depth with the topic we were talking about, you know. Yeah, I do want to apologize to everyone in chat because I got really far behind in the chat. I gotta find a, even though I've been doing this for like maybe a couple of weeks or months, um, I still have to find a way to balance what I'm saying as opposed to reading the chat. Thank you, Spikequake. Makai says Thomas is a horrible parent. Sharon says, yeah, it was a great discussion. I mean, it was a great discussion. It just I didn't really have much to contribute. I didn't really have much to contribute, Cheyenne, because I don't have like autism or Asperger's syndrome. So for me, I felt like I was out of my depth, you know? Makai says, oh, how you doing tonight, Makai? Makai says, Thomas is a horrible parent. Yeah, he's definitely, well, Makai, to be fair, he may be a horrible parent, but Jeff Weber is a worse one. No. Okay, Cheyenne says you don't need to have autism, though you seem introvert. No, I'm not. I'm not an introvert. That's why I said I had a hard time connecting with the conversation because I don't have those same experiences that you know some people that have autism does. So I felt like I was out of my depth, and it also just felt like it was hard to really talk about anything because I couldn't give advice or really, you know, I'm trying to pick my words carefully, but now Spider Quick says Black Panther is a better copy than DC's Red Lion. I never heard of DC's Red Lion. I mean, in some ways, Spider Quick, they say that Black Panther is like, well, it's like the black man's version of Batman. He's smart, he's rich, he's a great fighter, he's a great tacticianer. So, if anything, Spider Quick, Black Panther is more like Batman in a sense, except for better in some people's eyes. I mean, Cheyenne says so good. Wakanda is another film, and Black Panther film was produced by white dudes. Yeah, maybe, but it doesn't take away the quality of the movie though. It was still a good movie. It was still a good movie. Well, I mean, it still makes me wonder was it really necessary, but as far as making a sequel, but it was good though. Shakira says, "Hey, Albert, when you come visit you and bringing you pork chop." Right? Okay, Shakira says, "Hey, Albert, when come visit you, I'm gonna bring pork chops and greens and cornbread. Oh, that sounds good. I'm with it. I'm with it. Please do. That sounds very nutritious. Also, Shane says that's a nice shirt. What's the 1619 project all about? I have no idea. I got this as a Christmas present. Johnson says I don't think T'Challa should have immediately been recast, but I do think they should have left the door open for the character to eventually return. Yeah, yeah, Jonathan. I don't know if you watched Black Panther 2 yet, but like the beginning is just so uh, it's weird. Let's just put it that way. Like Quick says, Albert, who would win the Justice League or the Avengers? And who's your favorite team? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, Spider Quick, because I feel like Spider Quick emotionally, I want to say the Justice League, but the Avengers aren't a pushover. It might be a tie. It might be a tie, honestly. Who do you think will win? I mean, I know it's kind of a dumb question, Spider Quick, because I know what answer you're going to put, but I want to ask anyway. Double C says Jeff Weber kind of reminds me of my grandfather. My grandfather has over 10 kids. Some lives, some alive, some aren't, but he had all those kids, but took care of a few. Oh, Jesus. I'm so, I'm sorry to hear that, Double C. Kai says it's Nicholas, the father of Esmond baby. Listening to her today, I'm not so sure. Yeah, Guy, this is where we go back to. It might be in Spencer's. It might be Spencer's. What's good, Chikars? How you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. It's good to see you, though. Now, Ruth says, I tell you, he's a horrible parent. Or General Hospital's Jeff Weber, he's a horrible parent. His wife, Caroline Arndt is no better. Ruth says, Albert, are you agreeing with me that Jeff is a horrible person? Because I put that down 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you might have put that down 5 minutes ago. I've been kind of um, slowly catching up to the chat, but I do agree with you, though. I do agree with you, Ruth. Jeff is a horrible parent. Spike Quick says, I honestly want Marvel, but I'm not going to be blasted or however you spell it. I'm say DC, but I do like the Avengers better. Yeah, that's why I was saying Spike Creek. I was like, I don't know, like I love them both. Let's put it that way. Karen says, I think Esme is faking being pregnant. I doubt that. Johnson says, I probably won't be. No, Spike Quick says, Johnson says, I probably won't be surprised if Jeff hasn't visited his son Steve in prison. That's true. Mel says Sloan told Paulina it's not about the money and that there's no client. Paulina covered up for Lonnie shooting TR and covered up for Chanel murdering, yep, someone she knew. Now, Freddie says when Willow finds out none other than the last. Now, Freddie says when Willow finds out none other than the least favorite person on the planet, Nina is her biological mother. I have a feeling Willow might refuse the bone marrow from Nina because Willow hates Nina that much. That's true. Ruth said, I like the fact that your blood. The only thing that I don't understand is that why out of understand that way out of my depth is that this and the other that okay, I don't really understand that. Spike Quick says, I feel like Superman or the Flash would Carly DC to win, but I feel if one of them was gone, the Avengers could win. That's, that's a good point. Ruth says, now we're going into DC Comics. Art area. Really, Albert, seriously, weren't you the one that was wearing a red t-shirt with a thunderbolt on it? Ruth, I actually like both. I like both. I like Marvel and I like DC. Yeah, I like both. Spike says, Carrie, not Carly. No, I know what you meant. Karen says, "Where's Christina? Give her a storyline. Bring back Nathan for Christina." Oh, you mean that other? You mean the chick from the 100? Is that what you're talking about, Karen? The chick from the 100? I forgot her name. It's going to come to me in a second. Who said, what is a, what is a technological? You lost me. I would really, you're losing me here. I don't get it. Help. Mel says, I would. Oh, you mean I have like technical difficulties or something? Where's your ice cream? Spider Quick is probably melting at this point. Mel says, I wonder. No, I wonder now what Abe is going to do after Chanel told her she killed someone. No, no, no. I'm glad you're doing good, Jakarius. It's always good seeing you. Oh, Cheyenne, the camera's lagging out from my end. Okay. All right. Now, let me know if I'm still having technical difficulties, because that's what that's what Rufus saying. That the and so is Cheyenne. Now Cheyenne says Married with Children is another series enjoy watching. Yes. Cheyenne, okay, Spike Quick, you're good. Thank you, Spike Quick. Thank you. And like I just been so behind on the chat tonight. Like, I'm sorry. But Shakira says I'm eating pecan. Oh, that sounds good. Now Jonathan said Caramore means bring Nathan. Oh, back as Ethan and pair him with Christina. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, Karen. All right. I wanted to make sure I read it right. Well, yeah, Cheyenne. Married Children is a good show. I don't think it would fly today, though. I don't think that show would fly today. I really don't. I mean, there's certain. Let's put it this way: there's certain jokes in Martin that wouldn't fly today. Spidey Quick says, "I hope Jake didn't watch the porn video of Cam and Josh." Yeah, that would be awkward. Shakira says, "I love sweet potato pie better." Oof, Shakira, you are speaking my language. You are speaking my language. Everything I just said. Johnson says, "Love, marriage go love and marriage go together." Like, yes, Jonathan, yes. Makai says, "It was so great seeing Brick today. I would like to see him and Carly together on a date or something. Their chemistry right there with those two." Yeah, Makai, it was really good seeing Brick today. Jonathan, that was my show back in the day. And I really shouldn't have been watching it. And Mel says it was funny when Diane said to Ashley, "Warrior hyenas laying around, it's not fair." Fighting Diana's true colors came out today. Oh, yeah, I gotta sit there and watch mine on today. Spike Quick says, "If that was to happen, I'm leaving this country." Karen says, "Peach cobbler is my favorite." Oh, and I'm eating, but somehow I feel more hungry. Probably because I'm not eating that much. Jonathan, yes, I have watched Unhappily Ever After. That was another funny show. I will say this, Jonathan, the girl from Unhappily Ever After was a lot hotter than the chick from Married with Children, Christina Applegate. Now, Double C says, speaking of ice cream, I know the stores will have them buy one and get one free. Ooh. Yeah, Jonathan, they actually had it in my that's why I got the Reese's Pieces. Another one so fast. Normally it's like $7. I got it for like $3. I was like, this is great. But yeah, Jonathan. Now Daisy Flower says I like Borg. Spider Quick says that video ruined Joss and Cam. Yeah. And Dex is going to be the finishing blow. Now Cheyenne says it is so cold up north, planning to head over to the UK, England soon to see family. What are your thoughts on the Harry Potter trilogy? I was never a Harry Potter fan. I was never a fan of like magic and stuff. Daisy Flower says, sorry both. I mean, you didn't do anything. Tracy said, I can see and hear you just fine. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I know apparently I was lagging a little bit, but Ruth says that's like asking if Doctor Who would win versus the DC Comics. Come on, DC Comics could kick Marvel's comics in a New York minute. Hey, Ruth. Okay. Jonathan said, and the kid of Unhappily Ever After played Reese on Malcolm in the Middle. Hmm. You know, Jonathan, I want to watch Malcolm in the Middle, but I think I was just like, eh. Oh, that's why I didn't watch Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't like the actor. I didn't. I don't remember what his name is. He did like those spy movies. Daisy Flower says yes, bring back Ethan for Christina. Spidey Quick says you didn't have to say blow up, just jinx what Josh is going to do to Dex. I mean, come on. Spider Quick, it's the truth. Tracy says I like Harry Potter, but I never watched any of the movies all the way through before. Tracy, did you read the books though? Makai says I feel sorry for Lily today. Her whole team is dropping like flies. Oh, Jonathan Frankie Muniz. Yes. Yeah, I never liked him for some odd reason. I never liked him. Like even like when he was young, I just felt like he just had a big head. He was dating like two hot chicks, Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff, and I'm just like, how does somebody like him? Ugh, yeah, I was not a fan of him, Jonathan. Yeah, Makai, Lily is. I feel sorry for her too, even though I don't like her. Even though I don't like her, Spidey Quick says Josh might need a bigger one. Spidey Quick says Josh might need a bigger one. She tired of dating. I can't, Spidey Quick. I can't. See, this is why I do. This is why I love doing the live stream. This is why I love doing the live stream. I know I wasn't on top of the chat for for a hot minute, but this is why I love doing. This I love doing the chat, the live stream. Because even if I'm having a really crappy day, I could just sit there and do a live stream, and I feel so much better. I mean, granted, I was actually having a good day today, but you know what I'm saying. Shannon says Home Alone is the best movie series ever. Can you relate to it growing up? Hmm, I mean, Cheyenne, I like Home Alone. I like the first two, but I don't know. Back to the Future is always going to it's always going to be that movie for me. You know, that trilogy is just I can't. Johnson says Malcolm Minnow is my all-time favorite sitcom. Okay. Spikewick says Cam might need to get some enlargements and fight for Josh if he wants to be with her. Yeah, Spider Quick. I feel like it's a wrap. It's a wrap at this point. Let's just be honest. It's just like hmm, it's just like Sunny and Leo. It's gonna happen. Freddie says you think Nina being delusional about blaming Carly for Nell's death. Just wait. When she learns Carly knew Willow's paternity test and tries to blame Carly for turning Willow against her own mother. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Karen says, poor Cam, he will be the last to know his relationship is over. Yeah, Karen, especially when he was telling somebody, he's like, yeah, my relationship is fine and we're good. And it was like, no, no, Cam, it's not good. Tracy said, like all the Back to the Futures. And I love the first two Home Alone movies. Tracy Steves, this is another reason. Well, this is why I'm glad you're in the chat. Okay, it's like Jonathan. We just vibe, you know. We just vibes. So I'm glad you're here. Spuddy Quick says, watch Josh get pregnant from text. Yep. Money says, hi everybody. I think Chance is going. Money says, hi everybody. I think Chance is gonna Abby. You mean like sorry to kick rocks? Divorce? What? I hope it's one of those. Guys doesn't wonder what is the reason for Leo discovering Deck's phone. Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. I'm wondering about that too. Mel says there's a true thing, action or actions, plan or not, betrayal and infidelity does does just not happen. Devon Abbey made a choice. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's 100% true. Now that whole it was an accident. It was an accident. You did it on purpose. Johnson says Lily Ray Alcazar could come in and be with Cam. In return, we could get a new Alcazar mobster related on the show. That's true. Spikewick says Cam's gonna have to break out Heather and get Heather to inject LSD in the text. Double C says, did anyone watch Problem Child 1 and 2? You know, Double C, I actually did. I did. I watched Problem Child 1 and 2. I remember those being really entertaining movies, too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I can actually look at those movies the same. I don't know if I can look at those movies the same. Mel says, do you remember Paulina on the Ladybug movies? No. I don't think I've ever actually watched the Ladybug movies. I don't think I ever did. Tracy said I watched Problem Child 1 and 2 before they were okay. Yeah, yeah, Tracy, I remember that. I remember them being okay as well. I don't remember being like super amazing, but they weren't terrible either. Like they were, that's some funny parts in it. I just don't know if I could sit there and watch it now. Just watching this kid just be all like bad and like. But I guess it was, it was a different time. I was a lot younger, you know. Mel says I watched all four Provincals. Mel, they made four of those movies? Jesus Christ. It's like the Airbud movies. Tracy, I didn't know that they actually had four of those movies. They made four. Okay. Well, you know what? More power for the people that actually like them. I look at it this way. It's like me saying, I can't believe they made another Bring It On movie. They're still making Fast and the Furious movies, so I can't really sit there and knock them. It is what it is. Mel says the Ladybug were about a soccer movie. Yeah, it felt like it was. I felt like. Yeah, okay. Tracy says I watched Problem Children 1 and 2 before they were okay. Tracy says that would be messed up if Josh and Dex had their first kiss by New Year's 2023 and Cameron see that would be hurtful, but we see how all this would turn out first. Yeah. Tracy says I didn't know they had me either, Tracy. Me either. That's what I was like when you said four, I was like four. Remember two? Quick says R.I.P. Paul Walker. Johnson says, and after Airbud, they made Airbud buddies with the. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. Those movies look so weird, but they're for kids, so I can't sit there and really knock it. Now said they have a new Hellraiser. Yeah, it's on Hulu. That was a series I never got into. I want to watch it, but I never got into it though. Mikhail says, remember the kid having to eat the chocolate cake in the movie Matilda. Mikhail, that movie Matilda, I feel like I don't know if that movie was really made for kids. Shakira says, Daddy, take care. Oh, Daddy, daycare. WC says, I know there was 3 Problem Child movies. I never heard of a 4th. You know, Double C, up until a point, I didn't know. I didn't know that they kept making so many Home Alone movies. What are you up to, like 7 or 10, 9, right? Mel says the Goonies was funny. Spider-Quake says, hashtag bring Chloe Bennett back to the MCU. I'm with it. Ruth said, what kind of favorite dessert do you like to eat other than ice cream? Think about that. I used to like, what did I use? There was a dessert I used to like eating. Apple turnovers. I had to think about that because I haven't had those in a while. I used to love apple turnovers. Like apple turnovers in the microwave was like so good. I would wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning. I would just eat them. Cheyenne says, can't wait for Christmas holiday next month. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I wholeheartedly agree with that, Cheyenne. Tracy says, it looks like Matilda. No, Tracy says, if you look at Matilda, there are a lot of things going on in that movie that you would have to give the side eye to. Like the parents, they were a mess. Yes, Tracy, that's what I was like. Going back and seeing some of the clips, I was like, I don't know if this movie is exactly made for kids. And the parents were just god awful. Now, Spider Quick says, what's your favorite or least favorite Agents of Shield season? Um, Spider Quick, I never actually had a least favorite. I love all the seasons. I love all the seasons. And I can't say favorite hero because all of them did their parts. All of them did their part. As far as villain goes, I would have to think about that because I haven't seen it in so long. I'll have to really think about that. Johnson said none of the Home Alone sequels will ever top 1 and 2. I agree with that. I agree with that, Jonathan. Juanita says Juanita says anyone thinks that Douglas is gonna blow Ridge and Taylor's wedding up. Maybe. Karen says Jack in the Box turnovers was the best back in the day. Ooh, never had that. China says Albert can pull an all-nighter. I don't know about that, but I do have to wake up early in the morning now. Besides, I'm pretty sure my laptop would not allow me to do it. Now, Shakira says, I like the Goonies. I never actually saw the Goonies. I heard good things, though. Mel says, yeah, I know Douglas will tell the secret at the wedding. Mikhail says, what is your favorite Terminator? I would have to say 2 for me. Yeah, Mikhail, 2 was good. There was another movie that was good that I actually really liked. Even though they jacked up the history. It was the last Terminator movie I liked. I forgot what that's called though. What's the last Terminator movie? Anyone know? Tracy says The Goonies. That's a classic movie. It's old school but good. Yeah, I never got a chance to watch The Goonies. Tracy, I gotta put that on the list. Mel says I watched all 3 Beverly Hill Cops movies. Mel, that's another movie I haven't watched that I got to put on the list. Now Spiderquake says Ward, The Creed, Watch Dogs. Yeah, no, and Spike Quick says, and I don't even know who that is. But yeah, yeah, Spike Quick, I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that. I do remember War. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Spike Quick, War, the way that they made him into a villain, I get because of the whole Civil War thing, but I mean, because of Cap, because of Cap too. But it's something about it that just kind of bothered me a little bit, though. Gideon Malik. Hmm. It took me a second to kind of get the name. Mel says Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's another movie I didn't watch, or I watched like I never actually sat down and watched it like fully. I've always watched it at like a friend's house or something. Now Tracy Steve says I like Beverly Hills 1 and 2. I didn't like part 3. I didn't know they actually made a part 3. Tracy says they should have left Coming to America alone or made a part 2 right after. Hmm. Yeah, that's another movie I never actually got a chance to watch, but I also had no interest watching it though. But the Beverly Hill Cops, those I want to see. Tracy, when did they actually come out with a part 3 though? Mel says all the 3 Fridays. All the 3 Fridays. Spider Quack says there's no bus. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, those damn bots. Now Cheyenne says, growing up as a kid, Albert, know what it's like to not have the internet and computers back then. Yeah, that's true, Spider. I mean that's true, Cheyenne. That's true. Let's put it this way, Cheyenne. Getting research back before there was no computers was very difficult. Getting any sort of research material was very difficult. Now, Mel says, I heard they're making another Beverly Hill Cop 4. Oh, okay. The fourth one. Yeah, I heard about that too. Okay. Light Quick says, I'm so happy there's internet. Me too. Me too. Now, Freddie says, I don't understand how every time Curtis is around Portia, he can't tell that she's hiding something from him, and we clearly can see it because every time she looks right at the screen, she looks hella guilty. That is true. Mel says, okay. Friday. You know, Mel, the only one I didn't see was the last Friday movie. But Mel says all the Bad Boy movies are so me too. Me too. Spidey Quick says, Freddy, I forgot we were talking about so yeah, you know, that's the thing. We bounce around, we talk about different things. But you know, when Cheyenne was just saying growing up as a kid, like I didn't have the internet. Okay. I didn't have the internet. And spoilers weren't a thing for soap operas. No, Spider Quick, you good. We're bouncing around in the chat. Yeah, there was no spoilers and soap operas. Now, on top of that, it was very difficult to get research material. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and say that it's very difficult. I do not miss those days. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. We've been going for like an hour and a half now. Now, Shane says only thing Albert had back in the 90s was TV and video games. That's true. But you know what, Cheyenne? TV and video games was enough for me. You know, it was enough for me. Karen says, did you, did any watch Speed Racer? They had cliffhangers every day. Speed Racer. Yeah, Karen, I saw a little bit of it. I thought you were talking about the movie for a minute. Now, Spidey Quick says, when I'm 90, hopefully I live to 90. I'm not gonna know my name. Yeah, that'll suck. That'll suck. But I was gonna sit there and try to put a positive spin on it, but I just want to choose my words more carefully. But yeah, so with that being said, I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. I will be back tomorrow, just to let everyone know. Throughout the week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be doing live streams. Don't want to get canceled. No, Spider Quake is not. That's not it. I just want to. I want to say it properly. Trust me, Spider Quake. There's things that I don't want to get canceled for. That's not one of them. But yes, have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. It was really good seeing you. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to do. I'll be back tomorrow live stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you, Karen. Yes, Karen. I will see you tomorrow. Freddie, I will see you tomorrow. Mel, Cheyenne, Samuel, DC, Spiderquake, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you for coming. It was hella fun, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Spiderquake says, "Oh, good night." No, Spiderquake. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Spiderquake. I mean, Spiderquake, if you want, I can let you know when it's gonna be. Well, I'm gonna sit there so I can let you know when it's gonna be good though. Have a good night, Juanita. You too, Cheyenne. Stay safe. Thank you for joining, and keep up the good work on your channel. Have a good night, Mel. Thank you for joining. Makai, this was a lot of fun. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Same thing with you, Juanita. I hope I see you tomorrow as well. Yes, Jonathan. Have a good night. It was a hell of fun talking to you as well, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well. So hopefully you can make it. Spike Quick says, when the days start. Um, when this day start? You mean like? Well, I mean it comes on at 6 in the morning. So I mean it comes on. It premieres at 6, so you can watch that to 6. But if you're talking about like when did it start, I have no idea. Oh, the year. I mean, I have no idea. Spike Break. I don't. As I was. Oh no, Mel. It was good to see you when you got in. So I appreciate you being in whenever you got in. So thank you for joining. And yeah, no, Spike Break. I have no idea when it started. I started only watching maybe about 2 years ago. Oh, when did you start? Oh, Spike Break says hopefully GH is good tomorrow. Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that, Spider Quick. I started watching about 2 years ago. Mel says I'm Punky Brewster on Peacock as Color Purple. Nice. Well, everyone, have a good night. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all tomorrow. Back again, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're doing lives. I'm doing lives. Like Quick says, you're late to dates. Oh, you're late to days. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm late to days. I am. I don't have the history that like DC and some other people do. But you know, I like to offer my perspective anyway, as somewhat of a fairly new person watching it, because I feel like everyone has a different perspective. Like DC and Brock will have different perspective because they watched it longer than me. Where you go, what you got you in the days. Spikequake, I subscribed to it because GH during the pandemic when it was shutting down, they was like, hey, you should sit there and review days because I was reviewing GH. It was like you should review days, so I reviewed it, and it took me about a week. It took me a week to get into it. It took me 5 days, and after a while, I loved it. So it was pretty much my subscribers that told me to review it, and I just haven't stopped in. I mean, I stopped for like a month, but then I got back into it. Yeah, Spike, like, yeah, yeah, it was a time, but I don't know. It worked out because I really love the show, and there's a lot of times that I will like Days more than I like GH, and it's really difficult to say because I've been watching GH since high school. But Days knows how to bring it sometimes in a way that GH doesn't. But I hope that answers your question. It seemed like it did. So, but thank you for joining us, by the quick. It was fun. Which age you started watching GH? I don't remember the age, but I remember watching it year 2000. How long have you been watching Days? I've been watching Days of Our Lives for 2 hours. I mean, 2 years. I've been watching it for 2 years. So Spider Quake, I wasn't, Spider Quake, I was in high school when I watched GH. So I might have been like maybe 18, 19, give or take. No, it says I'll be watching Days of Our Lives at 6 a.m. on Peacock. Starting watching Beyond Cinema. Okay, cool. Oh, Johnson, yes, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta sit there and see about my OBS, but yes, thank you for reminding me, Jonathan. Daisy Flower says, "Oh, then you miss years of days being really bad." Some people said it was really good back in the day. Ruth said my favorite sister was the Cosby Show. Oh, my favorite show was the Cosby Shows. Then it was Different World, and that's big. Yeah, yeah, Ruth. I did enjoy the Cosbys. I didn't. I know about Bill Cosby and everything like that, but as far as the show is concerned, I did enjoy the Cosbys in a different world as well. I can watch Fresh Prince of Bel Air though. I used to watch Martin. Spike says, did you saw Review on Black? Did you do Review on Black Panther? Yeah. I'm actually gonna put it out. Oh, I'm actually gonna put it out once I'm done with the stream. I'm gonna put out my Black Panther review. You said, did you saw that Black Panther review? Before what you said, do not do not sew. I don't know what that meant, but I basically, yeah, no, I did a review on Black Panther. I did a review on Black Panther. I'm gonna put out tonight after I'm done with the stream. Yeah, Mel, Martin was my show. Martin was my show. Um, it used to be so funny. I don't know if I can watch it the same now, but when I was a kid, I used to love it. Anyway, it's like, yeah. So it's getting kind of late. I want to sit there and try to at least watch B&B before I go to bed. Oh, Spike Quick says, I mean, did you do the review? Not do review. No, I did the review, Spike Quake. After I'm done with this live stream, I'm gonna upload it. Yeah, I did a review on Black Panther. It was more like a short, like mini review, but it was fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it after this. Yes, I used to love Family Matters. Daisy Flower says the 80s and 90s, some of the 2000s, but for the 5 years, it was a struggle to watch. Oh, okay. Spider Quick says I'm gonna watch. I don't know about spoilers. Yeah, Spider Quick. It is gonna have some spoilers in there. So, but I'm just a warning. But Spider Quick, you don't have to watch it right now. You can see Black Panther and then watch it after. You can do that as well. That's what I do. When I watch my content creators do a review, and I don't want to be spoiled, I'll just watch it and then go back and watch their review. So like I said, yeah, I know. All right, well, I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I'm gonna watch B&B, and then I'm gonna call my dad, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So Have a good night, Spiderquake. Thank you for joining. Mel, same with you. Daisy Flower. All y'all have a good night. Stay safe. And like I said, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Good night, Daisy Flower. And Spiderquake and Mel. And everyone else that I didn't address.